up, man? What y'all doing today? Y'all doing alright? Music, that's all human voices, man. Well, supposedly humans. Supposedly all human voices. Then they put it on a loop station, and they basically just a little box to like, they'll make one sound, they loop it, and they'll add another sound and loop it, and that whole tune is basically, he'll make that whole beat, which they might add some, like some synthesizer effect to their voice, but I mean, it's pretty much still their voice, and then of course they sing over it. You know what I'm saying? And say that kind of stuff ain't copyright protected, so I can use that kind of stuff. And, I mean, I'm black sheep anyway, huh? I'm a rebellious one. Still the same story today, man, as was yesterday. We're here. We're in the end of the cycle. You got this big demon part behind the moon. Second heaven, so-called high heaven, dark abyss, bob and pit. You go research Babylon. And I was telling you how y'all basically y'all don't know who sent me. The fact is, my father is Lucifer, not God. And there's verses in there. You gotta go research, and I don't twist the verses. I got really good reading comprehension. You know what I'm saying? And like throwing your kid to death for being a smartass. That means just that. I mean, beat your kid to death with a rock. That's what that means. Like I'm talking about doing him with a rock. And then there's a verse where it talks about John. It's John. It says, John, you are the son of your father. And your father's a liar. Your father's been a killer since day one. They basically telling you that John is the son of the so-called devil, Lucifer. Okay. And then it says that you'll hate me for my father's name. Okay. For my father's name's sake. All those verses about holding to his name. Holding to his name, all about holding to his name, and what they've done is they have made his name the deception. So you deny his name. I mean, you deny his father, you deny his son. Y'all looking for one antichrist, and if you'll go read those verses, it says that there will be many antichrists. Okay, and basically, if you take like Christianity, you got antichrist. Okay, so I mean, basically, you're willing to deny Lucifer because of the deception within Christianity. So Christians are the Antichrist. Y'all are the many. Y'all are, because y'all going to deny my father over their deception. Alright? I mean, they deceived the world, and what they've done is they framed my father, they trashed his name, okay? I mean, my father's name is Lucifer. I'm the son of Lucifer. He's all loving, he's all forgiving, has one religion, religion's love. Church is people, our body's a temple, and he wants us to be our brothers and sisters keepers because our love, our inner light is our only savior. I mean, it's what saves us. In fact, we're beings of love. We're worth saving. Hope, faith, forgiveness. That's what makes us worth saving. And it's absolutely those people that he does save, through the means he created. We basically save ourselves by being those beings. I mean, through the means he created, the technology that he created that allows us to sin. I mean, but like basically we can't dimensionally travel now as a spirit, and you're here. Like these so-called spirits that are here floating around. I mean, they're basically kind of caught in like a limbo till this dude's harvest, which is at the end times, the Lord's harvest. And basically, they're kind of entwined between all dimensions. So I mean, they're absolutely floating around heaven and shit. These demons don't have dimensional abilities, but the spirits that are here, I mean, they're kind of like in a limbo between all dimensions. And those spirits could actually enter into heaven if they were beings of light and love. And they can't because of that. The only way we can travel to heaven would be through craft and so forth with the dimensional capabilities. Okay. Earth don't have none of those. Your army and shit that y'all think that got the UFOs and they're planning this fake invasion and stuff. Okay, They do not have mental capabilities, but they are able to cloak themselves. They're able to blink out of existence. So therefore, I mean, you think they're dimensionally traveling, but they're not. I mean, they don't have those capabilities. And actually, absolutely what they're trying to do with CERN is to break into heaven, the third heavens. Okay. Basically, what I get is it's an older technology, okay, and that's why, you know, if you've researched anything, and you know that basically the Mayan calendar, okay, it's kind of a diagram of how they created CERN, okay. That's because it's an older, you know, technology, and what they're trying to do is basically use humans to break that code, you know, because they're not smart enough. You know, it's my father's technology. Father's smarter. I mean, you know, it's got technology to destroy planets, you know. My father absolutely has technology to create heaven from a planet. I mean, he's the one who created heaven for us. Okay. My father's fall, so-called fall, was absolutely the fall for human beings. I mean, he fell in love with his creations. I mean, he laid with the daughters of man. When he did, he enhanced us. I mean, he gave us his love, his ability to love. And like I said, that's why it says, you know, fucking we love because he loved first, and then, you know, it goes into how, like, you're not supposed to love this world, you're not supposed to love the things in this world, because this world is not of the Father, okay? It's your God's world. I mean, God basically rules this earth, right? All y'all worship God. I mean, all y'all do everything in God's name. You know, you kill people, judge people, condemn people, sign contracts in the name of God. You know, you're spending slave paper, you got God stamped all over. I mean, you know, these beings serve God. No, they serve the deceiver under the false pretenses of God, okay? And what they've done, and, you know, the reason we told y'all protect y'all's individual intelligence and not to accept their knowledge, and, you know, not let them do things like build schools and churches and create governments and stuff, because they've absolutely, like, indoctrinated you into deception. They have indoctrinated you where you're hive-minded. You're basically hive-minded slaves. They've made you all basically believe and think the same way and the same things. You know, there's others that think outside the box, and, you know, they don't like us. You know, they want everybody like y'all raise your right hand, you know, order followers and shit, because it's your order followers that's going to go out and kill your brothers and sisters. Your order followers that's going to keep your brothers and your sisters from buying food and shit. It's your order followers that's going to allow this to happen, you know. And, you know, it absolutely would be the reason to love all sinners, because it's absolutely going to have to be the sinners and the rebels and shit that I absolutely have to depend on to get this done, okay? I mean, it says y'all going to try and judge and condemn me, and y'all even going to try to come kill me, and, you know, you think you're going to serve your God? Go read that verse, you know. It says you're going to come, you're going to try to kill me, if I was John, and basically you're going to do it in the name of your God. You know, and then it goes in how they create the synagogue, or, you know, the deceiver, and that would be your churches. You know, your churches are the synagogues of the deceiver. They're the schools of the deception. You know, those are the teachers of the deception. I mean, they have been indoctrinated in deception. I mean, like I said, they don't read y'all verses where, you know, basically God destroyed and wiped out fucking innocent babies, sleeping babies, and, you know, stoning your kid to death, and, you know, he condoned slavery. I mean, you know, slavery's okay with him. I mean, after all, he's got you in a slave position. I mean, you on your knees with your legs underneath you and your feet behind you and your hands up blocked in front of you and shit. You're offering your hands and shit to be shackled. And basically what you're offering is your mind to be shackled, okay? I mean, you're offering your mind to be shackled through their deceptions and stuff. But like I say, he basically says don't question him, or, you know, you're going to burn in fucking hell forever, okay? And hell's not on earth. Outer space, dark abyss, bottomless pit. Aliens or demons, every sense of the word. You know, planet Earth, first heavens, Eden. Basically come create slaves to go. And my father laid daughter man, and he answered us. And he fell in love with us, and he basically sacrificed his life in the high heavens in order to save us from your gods. He sacrificed his family, who is the so-called gods, and basically in order to save us. Okay. Like I said, I was basically falling in love. And if you go read John, it says, John, you are the son of your your father, you are the son of basically the devil. You know, he's a liar and a killer and all that from the beginning, because that's what y'all believe. Y'all believe that Lucifer is, you know, or Satan, or the so-called devil, is a bad guy. Okay, and he's not. I mean, he's your creator. If you actually go do research, you'll see. You'll see there's lots of evidence towards that. And then it actually goes to Enki. It's Enki. Enki had, I mean, that's why he's the most beautiful angel. You know, he's the prettiest, and he had a divine feminine side. So therefore, he had beauty. You know, and he had the capabilities to love, to actually have emotions and feelings and stuff. And that's why he basically gave us his attributes, his traits. Okay. And these beings, our enemies, they don't have that. I mean, they don't have that. I mean, they're basically hive-minded slaves. You know, they're real simple-minded and stuff. You know, like reptilians and shit. You know, they're just order followers, and they're vicious. They're mean. You know, they don't care about nothing. And that's basically what separates us from our enemies, is our Father's divine feminine side. I mean, it allows us to have the abilities and capabilities to love and be beings of love, where these beings don't have it. I mean, they like simple-minded slaves. I mean, they don't like stuff questioning them. They want order followers. I mean, he likes machines, toys, gadgets, and shit like that. I mean, you know, that's why he slaves you to them. And then he gives you one, you know, you gotta feed them. You gotta feed them once you're a slave to them. Huh? You gotta feed them some bitches. Yeah, you gotta feed them gas and stuff. So, I mean, you're basically enslaved to it. I mean, once you buy it, I mean, you got it and you're slave to it. See, I'm not even slave to that son of a bitch. Been out there broke for 2 months. And, I mean, I just use my mom's shit. Keep it running, keep it fixed. And, you know, and this big son of a bitch man is planning on playing out Revelations on y'all. I keep telling y'all that. I mean, he's planning on rewards for y'all and disasters and, you know, these so-called plagues and stuff, you know. So y'all kill each other out of fear, hate, and ignorance. And, you know, our Father don't allow us to, our Father loves us. You know, he don't allow us to kill each other. He don't want us to kill each other. Okay. He said his one commandment was to love each other. Love each other. That's just basically his one commandment. I mean, love each other. Okay. I mean, that's what he wants. He wants us to love each other. And those people who love each other, who actually love and care about other humans, those are the people that make it heaven. Okay. And they don't have to worship nothing, and they don't have to get on their knees and pray and beg for forgiveness or nothing. You know, they just gotta love other people, and they gotta be honest with human beings. I mean, that's who heaven's created for. My Father rewards those people with the afterlife, where you absolutely have the knowledge and technology that you can live forever. I mean, and you know, and you have to be worthy of that. I mean, we have to know that you're a true person of compassion and forgiveness, and you know that you would never take that technology and like use it against humanity or you know, your brothers and your sisters and stuff, because that's what this basically is. I mean, it's a test. And that's why these demons and shit, you know, they spend their time here on earth baiting y'all and deceiving y'all and indoctrinating y'all in deceptions and religions and so forth. You know, they create these religions, you know, so y'all go out and kill each other and judge and condemn each other in the name of your false gods and saviors and, you know, the false images and idols y'all worship. Like I said, y'all fighting over what color Christ was and stuff. I mean, you know, and then they create these governments. You know, that part don't give away very well. You know, I mean, they're basically feeding y'all brain function poison, and you know they pit y'all against each other. They create these wars. I mean, you're not out creating that war. Are you out creating that war? You're not out creating that war. Your so-called governments, your demons are creating that war. Okay, and it's you they send out to go die. You know, they're not like me. They're not gonna lead you with a sword. They're just gonna send you to fucking die and kill other people, women and children, and fucking, you know, brothers and sisters and shit. And they're gonna sit over here and they're just gonna have all y'all kill each other. And you know, we're like, you know, I lead with a sword. I'm a leader. And, you know, I don't ask people to do stuff I'm not willing to do. Not anything. I was like a roofer and shit. And I was always son of a bitch up in the highest, most dangerous spot on the roof. You know, the hardest one. I was doing that. For one thing, I wanted to make sure it was right. Because, I mean, if it's wrong, I'm the one's got to guarantee it. I'm the one's got to go back and fix it. You know, it cost me. And I don't like being a slave. I don't like doing free shit. That's why I don't like doing free shit. I mean, I can't do free shit because I'm a slave to this shit. Okay. I mean, if I wasn't a slave to shit and I could come fix your fucking roof and shit, dude. And I know you got my back and shit. And you're gonna help me out and shit. I would absolutely fucking come fix your shit. And I mean, if you offered me something like that, I'd come fix your shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna go out and do shit intentionally wrong, so it costs me and I have to do it again for free or whatever. I mean, that's dumb. That's stupid. Don't make much sense. God's deceiver, man. He's a big alien demon. Okay, and believe it or not, they have the technology that they can harvest energy. Okay, and basically what they get is they get to negative souls. They get to negative beings. They get beings of darkness. Fear, hate, judgment. I mean, basically the people that can't make it into heaven. Right? They get. Right? And my Father gave you free will and He gave you a choice and He gave you love. And that love is supposed to come with honor, integrity, and morals and values and stuff. And you shouldn't let people twist that. I mean, you shouldn't be able to let them use that against you. I mean, that's part of being a good person, to know the difference between right and wrong. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So when they tell you to go out and kill other people, you got to know in your heart that's fucking wrong. I mean, but you do it any fucking way to put food on their table and shit. Okay, and we can have people in heaven being bribed and so forth. That they can be bribed to go out and do that kind of stuff. I mean, is that not logical? It's logical, right? Like, it's logical if you knew that everything I'm saying is true. I mean, it absolutely makes sense that you would not give that kind of technology to someone that's don't care about nothing, don't care if they live or die. Paying fear and hate, and just want to go out and kill you and your family and stuff. I mean, you don't want someone like that to have that type of technology, do you? And that is a real question, because that is the gist of it. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, do you want a person like that? They can be talked out, going and killing other people, full of fear, hate, and judgment and stuff. To have that kind of technology, they can live forever. And they can turn war on motherfuckers and destroy planets. I mean, because he's not just destroyer of planets; he's destroyer of human lives. He's a harvester of lost souls. I mean, he is the one that's got you in a war, eternal war over your souls. It's not my Father. Okay, my Father loves me. My Father's Lucifer. I am the son of Lucifer. I'm the son of the Father. Okay. I'm right here. It's not a fairy tale. Not sci-fi. It's not fantasy. All those pictures I got are absolutely real. And I tell you again, I swear my soul on it. I swear my soul on it that every picture and every photo and everything I post up there is absolutely fucking 100% real. Everything I'm telling you is absolutely 100% true. And when it comes to this demon's plans, he is the one who showed me what was and what is and what he believes to be. Okay, and we got to change what he believes to be. We got to fuck his plans up. We can't let him be successful, because he plans on stealing your women and your kids' souls. I mean, it's real shit through alien technology. That's what it is. It's alien technology, and they baited you with all their technology through so-called crash UFOs. Okay, I mean, you never really had technology like TVs and stuff until Roswell crash, for research. And basically, I mean, they got things like the laser and your microchips and your microprocessors that's full of crystals and shit. The microcrystals that's in the crystal skulls, they're in that. I mean, and they bait you with this technology, and they're using it all against you. They use it to enslave you. For one, war law, dead government machine. So you hate your life and shit. I mean, like I say, you're slaves to fucking machines and stuff. I mean, you're slave to debt. You're basically a slave to fucking war. I mean, they enslaved you to all this shit. And it makes life hard. It makes life suck. And that's why they do it, because they don't want you to love life. Because you're not a being of love. Not a being of hope, not a being of faith. And see people that are beings of hope and faith, and you're absolutely following the deception, and it's fucking y'all up. I mean, they bait y'all with that, you know, to destroy your love for other human beings because of their beliefs and their disbeliefs, or who they're worshiping, who they don't worship. That's why they got y'all fighting over whose name is what, and which religion is right, Allah, Yahweh, or Yoo-hoo, or Yahoo, or fucking, whatever his fucking name, Elohim, Ra, I mean, what, Bow, what's this son of a bitch's name, huh? I mean, that's why he does that, I mean, and that's why I brought those warnings and so forth, you know, not to worship those things. The real warnings with absolute real consequences. And humanity and earth is going to pay for it. Your small mind is absolutely going to cost you your soul and your children's soul because it's all real shit. I mean, third heaven, flat earth model, dimensional, perfect replica of earth. Earth's model basis, which is built off of. And basically it's flat, it has firmament to protect it from these demons trying to destroy humanity, earth, and you and your kids. And that's where you go in your afterlife. Okay? That flat earth model. It's heaven. It's heaven. And that's why it was originally in the Bible. And my father's not God's. My father's is Lucifer's kingdom. Okay, so when you deny Lucifer and you deny his son, you deny his kingdom. And that's what they got y'all fixing to do. Reading Revelations, it comes down to the guillotines and those who worship the mark of the beast, the number of the beast, and that's the carbon atom. That's your footprint. You know, that's humanity's footprint. That's the carbon atom, 666. You know, 6 neurons, 6 electrons, 6 protons. That's humanity. That's the Earth's element and mineral that we're created from. That your God does us speech by. Okay, not to worship the image of the beast is not to worship human images like Christ or Allah or all the images y'all worshiping, which y'all is told not to worship anyway, because like I say, that's the tools they use to pit y'all against each other. And, you know, and basically, you know, it's a test to prove you're being of love and, you know, you care about humans and stuff, and you're your brothers and sisters keepers. And that's why they're going to do what they do. So y'all are anything but love and being of love and compassion, and you're not your brother and sister keepers. Instead, y'all out there killing each other and starving each other to death, and you know, shit like that, watching each other die, and you know, and all you care about yourself, living. You know, and it's those people who sit there humble with love in their heart and hope and faith, and absolutely allow the other motherfucker to kill them. That's gonna make it to heaven through this. All right, you know what? Nobody else is. I mean, the pathway's fucking narrow, man. Narrow, and it's narrow for a reason, like I keep saying. I mean, that verse in the Bible, it's in the Bible, but you are the God, you're the children of the Most High, and that come from Christ. Christ in that. The Jews actually stoned him. I mean, go it, man. The Jews stoned Christ because, you know, they accused him of blasphemy because he's basically declaring himself to be like a God. And he wasn't declaring himself to be like God. What he was telling people was basically when we die, you know, we are basically equal to the gods because we have that knowledge and technology, so therefore, you know, basically, we can live forever just like the gods can. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't have the ability to create and so forth, you know, but you have the ability to live forever, and therefore you are like equal to the gods, and that's basically what he's saying. And it's not through me that you reach my Father. It's through the message and the warnings, and you know, through being a good human. That's how you reach my Father. Through knowledge I can bring you to let you know why, who, and what they're doing and how they're doing it, and this is why they do it. And through that knowledge, you know, you save yourself. You know, I can't get you to heaven. I could if I carry you to heaven, then I couldn't get you in. You know what I'm saying? I could like throw you up against that firmament and shit, and I'd kick the fuck out of you and just stomp you to fucking death before I ever get you through that son of a bitch. I mean, that's just honest truth. It's all real shit. I'm son of Lucifer. You know, it's crazy what's going on with my son and stuff. I told y'all my wife, she, you know, she's been nice, she's been friendly. You know, I'm basically a bigger person. You said, you know, no matter what, you know, I at least want to be your friend. You know, I do love her. I loved her. last thing I ever thought when I married her is that I'd ever lose her. But I got my puppy. my son that just killed himself. They're trying to make a big theory out of this shit, and like like they killed him or something. His girlfriend killed him. I mean, yeah, maybe through her abuse and stuff, but they're like they got him go out and tricked him and shoot him and shit. And, I mean, it's really surreal. They basically cremated him. His parents, his actual dad was like, their family's real rich and shit, like uppity and stuff. And they basically don't want to tarnish their name, so they just basically had him come up to Oklahoma just to cremate him. And then when my wife gets her ashes, she's gonna do something which us people are invited to. But I understand. Basically, I mean, they're all like, why did he leave the house? He left the house. He didn't have no cigarettes. He didn't take his wallet. He didn't take nothing with him. And he didn't leave no messages. And I'm like, people leave suicide notes and messages. They want someone to stop them. They want someone to save them. He didn't take those things because when he fucking grabbed those keys and he left that fucking house, he knew he was gonna go fucking kill himself. He didn't need that shit. He didn't leave you a fucking note. He didn't call nobody. He didn't want nobody looking for him to stop him. And he basically they were staying in Murfreesboro. He come down through 31. He got into Lebanon. He went down next to where we was buying an old house one time, and he basically made a left on fucking Hartman Drive here in Lebanon, Tennessee. He drove about a mile and he pulled over to the side of the fucking street, man, fucking hill, a bank. Fucking got out the fucking car and walked up the top of the hill next to fucking woods and put a 45 to his goddamn head. Fucking shot himself in the goddamn head. And if you understand, the police described it as a violent death. The one gun I did used to own, I'd shoot a propane canister with it, with a 45. And basically, the entry hole would be, just regular bullet. And then the back of the canister, it would be fucking like gone. It'd be, that's why they make a 45 stopping power. Like 38 or 9mm or something, you can shoot someone with, and it's not going to necessarily stop them. They can still fucking run. I actually shot 2 robbers when I was a restaurant manager back after my first divorce. When I started going out clubbing and stuff, I was San Antonio Taco Company downtown Nashville. I was the closing manager. Basically, they serve tacos and shit, and you serve buckets of beer and stuff. And I had 2 black guys come in. They robbed me. They got away with a bunch of money. And the managers and shit were actually accusing me of fucking taking that money and shit. And then these motherfuckers come back 9 days later, but I started carrying a gun in. I started carrying a pistol in. And I shot them both with 38. And they still fucking ran. They caught them because they had turned themselves in as they shot. I shot one of them through the neck and one of them twice, chest, but it didn't kill them. So, and I was absolutely defending. I had an employee in the back doing dishes and stuff. And basically when they come in, they put the gun in the office and they're like, "Hey, motherfucker," and I turn around. I'm already aiming out the door with the gun. And they shut the fucking door. And when they did, at first I was like, I'm safe because when the door shut it locked. But then I remember I had an employee in the fucking kitchen. He's back there doing dishes and shit. So basically, I threw the door open and I fucking shot him. Shot one in the chest and shoulder and shot the other one through the neck. And, they ran a block or two, but the police found them. They didn't drop nobody. So that's why they make like 44s and 45s, stopping power. In other words, when you, like I said, you shoot a little canister, put a little hole in it, and fucking, within a foot, it blew a fucking hole out like this. And they basically said it was a really violent death. And that night here, it rained like hell. And then the next day it's hot and muggy and shit. And they said basically, deterioration of the body, that basically when he left his house 48 hours before or whatever, that's basically how long he'd been there. They could tell by the decomposition of the body. And he basically went out there and blew his goddamn brains out. And there's no coming back from that. My son's not going to go to heaven, dude. That son, that child of mine, that fucking demon's got him. Right. My other kid they killed, he was happy-go-lucky. He was like, man, he'd find the best and worst. It wouldn't let you be down and out. And I just imagine when that bitch hit him, that nurse on drugs, just married to a retired cop. I mean, I can just see him. They were out sneaking around in the middle of the night because their mother ain't like me. I always told my kids, you wanna go out drinking, or you gonna ride around and fucking get high or something. I mean, you fucking come fucking home. You do that, okay? I wanna know you're safe. I don't want you out there driving all fucked up on drugs and stuff. And that's some of y'all make that mistake. I mean, kids gonna do what kids gonna do. I'm sure you know that. So y'all trying to lay that kind of stuff on them. I mean, you're absolutely. I mean, basically they're out sneaking around, hiding from their mothers and stuff. That wanted to keep them apart. That basically trying to keep them apart, and wouldn't allow them. Like just smoke weed. I mean, people smoke weed. We question stuff. We eat a lot. You know what I'm saying? We kick back and chill. And basically, it's a war on the mind. It's not a war on the plant. I can absolutely show you pot leaves and stone with sauce. Okay. And basically, they were out in the middle of the night fucking hiding, riding around partying and hiding from them. And that's why I got killed. And those people that she's married to a retired cop and and never seen a day in jail, dude. Not one day in jail, killing my son and his cousin instantly. I mean, they got her OnStar from her car, and she was at a fucking 95% throttle when she hit my kids. In a red light. Everybody's sitting at a red light. She blew to the red light at 95% throttle. And basically, because here they are, when she went to the police station, she already had their attorney fucking waiting there. So basically, what they did, the attorney met him at the hospital. So when she was done, she got to go home. She got to go home until they got toxicology report back. And if it's just me or you, we ain't got that kind of ability. We're gonna go sit fucking jail until that toxicology report and shit comes back. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna bury us in a fucking jail. Well, basically, when they got toxicology report back, said she was high on like 7 different type of narcotics. A nurse ain't got no excuse for that shit, man. I mean, if anybody don't have an excuse for that, it'd be a cop, be a nurse, be a doctor. I mean, basically when they got the toxicology report back in, she went in and she got her fucking picture taken and shit, and she never seen a day in jail. She got 10 years probation for that shit. I mean, 2 counts vehicular fucking intoxicated homicide. I mean, I'm talking about on the laws being unjust and shit. I mean, there's people in prison for fucking life that are innocent. And, this place is fucked up, man. We gotta fix it. I mean, we can absolutely undo everything they've done. We can fix it. We can get rid of these fucking demons. My plan. I plan on bringing heaven back to earth. I ain't told you. And if we don't let them play out their games, I mean, this cycle don't end. So therefore, like in history, where you go back and we start all over and shit, with the whole Adam and Eve story, and the son bitches change names all over again. We don't have to do that. Okay, we can keep going forward. Like free energy and stuff. And make it a world governed by the people for the people. The religion is love, and church people, and our body's temple, and and y'all do what you want to do, what you love to do for the people. Which in that world, what you're doing now is not going to be what you do there, because I mean, not gonna destroy Earth and shit for stupid shit we're destroying Earth for. I mean, gonna go back, back to the good old days when things were a little more basic, but with better technology that you're not slaves to, and gonna go forward from there. Okay. Uh, but I have to have y'all's help do it. I have to wake humanity up. I'm the son of Lucifer, and I'm right here. Okay. I'm here to wake y'all up to this shit. I'm here to wake y'all up to deception. I'm here to wake y'all up to truth. I'm here to lead y'all to victory and freedom. Okay. That's what I want to do. But, y'all don't believe in nothing. Y'all don't believe me. Y'all think I'm just being a fucking jester, and this is an act, and this is play, and I'm just making all this shit up. And, it's gonna be y'all who pay for it. It's gonna be your kids that pay for it. It's gonna be all of y'all who pay for it. And they made y'all small-minded. They wrote it a fairy tale like that. And that's how they gotten away with what they've done, and that's how they're gonna get away with what they do. And they gave that fairy mentality. So you're thinking walking, talking serpents baiting us. Thinking you're picturing little fucking garden snakes talking and shit. I mean, like I said, the angels, eyewitness, mighty angels descend from the heavens robed in cloud, and that's all these cloaked UFOs up there hiding in plain sight and shit. And they're spraying us with parasites and now technology shit that's fucking getting in your body and fucking eating you and shit. And, they can track these things and stuff. I mean, they're basically, it's all real shit, man. Y'all gonna help me or what? Y'all gonna fucking not believe in nothing. Y'all just gonna keep fucking beating your head against the wall and watch everything you love fucking wash away in a water plate and shit. That's what's gonna happen. I'm not lying. Everything I got on here, everything I'm telling y'all and showing y'all is absolutely fucking real. Absolutely fucking real. Okay? Son of Lucifer. I am the son of Lucifer. I want to save y'all, man. I want to help y'all save yourself. And I'm telling y'all, it's the energy, the frequencies and shit y'all exist in. I mean, your mind and how you think. I mean, you want to change this world, you absolutely have to start with you. The way you think, your mind. Whether you're a being of fear, you're a being of hate, you're a being of judgment. I mean, that basically determines what energy, what soul, what frequencies you exist in, your thought process. Okay. So in order to change the world, all y'all have to change your thought processes. Alright, like they have completely, changed the frequency of Earth with the plague shit. They got all y'all living in fear, fucking 6-8 feet away from each other, all scared one another, looking around like y'all gonna kill each other. You got the fucking some boogeyman plague and shit, and that's not the case. I mean, basically there again, they're just destroying y'all's love for each other. I mean, making y'all scared of each other, make y'all fear each other, make y'all hate each other, judge each other, condemn each other. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. That's why I brought those warnings to you. I brought those rules to you. I am that guy. I absolutely am that guy. And even my own wife shit don't believe me. Even with the evidence and stuff I got, and all that stuff, they think I just make this shit up too. It's like I supported this motherfucker 20 years. I never made shit up. I ain't made shit up. I ain't never seen her demons and shit. Fucking, none of this shit started till 2012 when that big motherfucking thing, that big orange red thing that I keep posting up there behind the moon. When that showed up, that's when all it started. Okay. And before then, I mean, dude, I treated my wife like, she was a goddess. She was queen. I mean, I basically did what she wanted. I mean, regardless, a lot of times it's because she threatened my marriage and my relationship. Did it get me to do that? But I mean, I loved her, so I did it anyway. I mean, I'd have never left her. I'd never left her or abandoned her for her being on drugs or yelling or cussing at me or going off or things she said and done to me. I mean, real love makes it through those kind of things. True love makes it through the things that she has left me for that I've stayed with her for. I mean, the fact is, she never loved me as much as I loved her. I doubt I ever find anybody that will. If I die alone. Million people got different wants. You know, they want better masters. I don't want none. They want more slave paper. I don't want any. They want to go to heaven. I want to create it. So, and most people are small-minded. I absolutely have to dumb myself down to have a normal, simple conversation with people. Y'all be talking to me about how y'all's government and Trump's gonna save y'all and shit. And I'm looking at a big fucking demon up in the sky over your fucking shoulder. I'm thinking, okay, I believe you. I believe you. And actually, Trump's the son of a bitch creating a riffy chip. You'll go research it, son. Building 666, huh? Looks like a big old black cube. That motherfucker's making a riffy chip that's gonna, supposed riffy chip, but, he's gonna steal the soul of the weak and innocent. Oh, anyway, I hope y'all having a good day, man. I really need y'all to wake the fuck up, man. I really do. I don't want to watch everything I love die because y'all a bunch of small-minded motherfuckers. Because, y'all small-minded is gonna cause me to lose everything. That's more than I already have. Okay. I don't want to see y'all lose y'all souls and your kids' souls. I want to see y'all get to heaven, dude. I want to see y'all get to heaven. I need y'all to be good people, good human beings. I need y'all to care about people. I need y'all to care about each other. I need y'all to really, really care about each other. Stop putting stuff and shit first. Stop enslaving your brothers and sisters and, putting hot money in your goddamn pocket, dude. Well, I was basically a roofer. I had people work for me. I'd basically pay my bills and shit. Anything I had left, if I made fucking $600, $700, $800 a day, I'd give them motherfuckers fucking $200 to $300. I wasn't greedy. I took care of my people. One that took care of me. Unfortunately, that kind of work. What you'll find is people that are like good people that were good roofers. They really weren't good people. They're drug addicts and shit. They wouldn't show up, so. But then the people that were good people, they were like work brutal. They're afraid to get off the ladder. It's too high, too hot, too heavy. They couldn't take it. So, anyway. Let's get this fucking done, man. I'm ready to end this goddamn shit. I'm ready to end this motherfucker. He's got my boy. He's made my life hell. He plans on fucking killing all y'all, and he's got fucking Earth and fucking eternal war, and time we end this shit. Okay. And if I could absolutely save everybody on Earth, Father's army just might be big enough that we can end this fucking shit. That's my goddamn plan. My plan is to put this big motherfucker on ice. Right? That big ugly motherfucker. Keep telling y'all that one picture of me and it's got the circle around it. Y'all pause that son of a bitch and look at that, man. Look at the face. There's a face in that motherfucker. There's actually two. One that's looking at you direct on, and then there's another one that's kind of like a skull and it's looking over me. Okay, y'all pause it and watch that shit, dude. Fucking wild. Watch it, dude.